Hey YouTube, welcome back to UniXTCG, and for today's video, we're going to be continuing our Dragon Ball Super Fusion World Set 5 New Adventure breakdown on the cards we know so far. Today's topic being Red Daima Goku. Now, I've been on a little bit of a Daima kick on all of my platforms because, yeah, Daima is getting really hype. And if you'd love to see more content when it comes to Dragon Ball, other anime, other manga, and games, go over to Universe X. It's in my description. It's my second channel. We're almost at 1,000, and we would love to get bigger and bigger with your help. Right now, some of the things I'm going over is like summoning on like Daima related characters in Dokkan, as well as breakdowns for the latest craziest episodes of the Daima anime. So with that out of the way, if you like the content, like the video, and if you love the content, maybe even subscribe because we're doing a lot more from here. So let's jump. Okay, so let's start off here. We definitely have the leader, and it's cool that he's Super Saiyan on both sides, but I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. For the alt art, we need this Goku in Super Saiyan 2 form firing the Kamehameha. Like, that's all we need, and this will be the most peak alt art we've had in a long time for a leader. But that out of the way, yes, he's going to just awaken at 4 and draw a card, and he's a normal when attacking draw a card leader. And then on his awaken side, he's still drawing a card when he's swinging. Activate main once per turn, choose up to one battle card with DA and its card name in your battle area, and it gets plus 10k power for the turn. This is going to do quite a lot, and I mean quite a lot, because one, it gives you sort of a paradigm shift. You're going to actually want to incorporate more Daima characters into your deck because they will naturally get bigger boosts. I was on the fence for a little bit about whether to use this or the other leader because I like the fact that the other leader can take away power from other things on the board, even if it is only by 5k. But it's really starting to become apparent to me watching this that, or looking at these cards as they come out, that we are probably going to receive, just in general, just a deck that just wants to be mostly Daima. And at this point, if we just see a top 5 or top 3 searcher for Daima, it may just be game over for the way Red normally plays. But that out of the way, we're currently looking at all these things, and we're going to move over to the first SR we're going to show, because I could talk about the leader skill pretty much all day, but until we see the cards that we've been spoiled so far, it's not going to become apparent why this leader may be used over the starter deck leader. So the first card we have here is a doozy. It is SR Glorio, and this is a 4-cost 25k beater that says on play, if your leader is awakened, your opponent's leader gets minus 5,000 power for the turn. When attacking, once per turn, if your leader has DA in its name, so Daima, switch this card to active mode. So what you're really getting here is what equates to almost free damage. Think about it, if you've been being super aggressive, you've been playing self-awakeners, you've been attacking with them, or maybe not, depending on what your opponent's doing. But let's say you're just going hard with your leader. You know, you get your swing off, you play a self-awakener that's on play. You know, you draw, or you get that card. They swing on you, you know, you're down to, you've taken 2 life, you play another one, you know, on turn 3, and maybe you don't pass. Or maybe you don't swing with it because you want them to swing on you again. If you awaken going into turn 4, like if they actually push you down, which is a reason why you may not even want to press your opponent. It really does depend, but there are going to be some times, like some on attack of self-awakeners may just be the move now, even if they sit outside of the archetype, because playing this on turn 4, minusing your opponent by 5k in power, and then attacking with your leader for 20k on either their 10k if they're unawakened or their 15 if they are awakened, you're draining cards from hand. But then you're swinging with your 20k, if you have like hits on the field, things like that. Cauliflas if there's room for them. But then you get to activate your leader ability, make this guy a 35k, and swing on your opponent's 15k twice. And they have to come out with super combos. They have to come out with multiple cards in hand. That is going to be disgusting. Then at this point, they're trying to take down your field, right? And you have the potential ability to play out another one of these. And let me tell you, if you go turn 4, play out Glorio, turn 5, play out Glorio, you're going to be in a position where if they didn't kill the first Glorio, you're going to be able to be like, okay, swing with my leader on your 15k. You drop a card, cool. Swing on your leader with Glorio, 15 to 25, you gotta drop cards. Swing with it again, you gotta drop cards. Activate leader effect on the first Glorio or the second Glorio, whichever you didn't swing with. And then 35, 35. This is incredibly powerful. Like, this card off the rip. I know it sounds like I'm glazing it, but this card does a lot of good stuff and it's simplistic. It's just the math. And I hope his alt art is him hitting the lightning from the episode where he fought Goku. So I'm just really excited. Sorry if that's a spoiler. It's been out for like over 4 weeks. But realistically, I guess I have to be careful because some people are waiting for the dub. But yeah, I am super, I'll be more careful with it. I'm super excited to be able to play with this card because it's really going to allow Red to go from a deck that's just like, well, we remove everything, or we try to remove everything you play on your turn, and we can't, we die, to, no, you might just like push you into a grave early. Now, the other SR is not quite as glazable. This is a 2-cost 20k, another 0 combo power card, and Pansy is just like on play, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. Now granted, this is a 2-cost on play Self Awakener, so never say never. Now when KO'd, if your leader has DA and its card name, draw 2 cards. Now this is the crazy part, because sometimes your opponent doesn't want to use a sickle on a 2-drop. They will if they have to, but sometimes they don't. And yes, this board is setting itself up. Like, I will gladly sickle a Pansy and a Glorio to get them both off the field. That's great value and you don't get your draw. But certain decks will not be as fortunate. Yellow will likely have to pop this card or swing over it. Black will, they can bounce this card. They can, and it's a 0 cost. So yes, with Goten, you can bounce this card. But there are other cards that might actually have to pop it, and they'll have to think twice about that. Otherwise, they'll give you draws. There's a fair amount of situations where this Pansy can harass your opponent and then force draws. And if they don't, they don't. But it's a Self Awakener. It's got the DA name, so this could be a 30k with your leader ability. It's got all the plus sides. Now moving over to the other Pansy, this is a 1-drop. It's a 1-drop, 5k power, 10k combo power. On play, choose up to one of your leaders or one of your battle cards with both DA in their card names, or both with DA in their card names in your battle area, and it gets plus 5k power for the turn. Now the thing is, this is the worst Margarita. Margarita says if you're awakened, well, I'm not going to say strictly worse. For what you might be using it for, yes, it's strictly worse. Margarita is going to be able to be a 1-drop 20k, or it's going to be able to add significant amounts of combo power. The thing about this is that it is DA, so if we get that DA searcher at any point, it's going to be searchable, which Margarita isn't. You don't have to be awakened to use this effect. It just says choose one of your leaders or battle cards. So this can help you attack on 25k leaders with your leader. Or it can help you, like actually you play this, boost your leader to 25, swing, combo to 35, and you are pressuring 25k leaders. You're also, with your leader swing mind you, you're also going to be able to boost this up with its own ability to 10k, and then use your leader effect to 20k. So you still can turn it to a 20k, it just may not be the most effective. It's, like I said, it's better and it's worse than Margarita. It's themed though, and it has different, slightly different applications, and it can touch your leader. The next card here is yet another 1-drop Pansy, and this one isn't too special. We've actually seen this effect before. It's a 1-cost, 15k power, 5k combo power, permanent on your turn. If your leader is awakened, this card in the battle area gets plus 5k power, making it 20k, meaning you can boost it to 30k with your leader. And a 1-cost 30k swinger with the activation of your leader swing, or leader skill, is actually just really strong. Like I said, this is actually really crazy because it's like, it's deceptive. It's very strong, but it's very simple. But a lot of people look at simple and they don't think good, but these are just raw numbers and stats. Now next, we've got my dude, Hibis, however you want to pronounce it. He's crazy funny in the anime, I'm not going to hold you. But he's a 2-cost, 10k power, and our combo power, and on play choose up to 1 battle card of 15k power or less in your opponent's battle area and KO it. I'm not sure how good this one's going to be. However, what I do know is that it is a 10k combo power. It has DA, so this can be a 20k with your leader ability, like everything, you see the trend. But the other thing is, this is not a bad follow-up if you don't have another 6-drop SCR Goku in hand. If you swing with your leader and then you attack with Goku, you know, or maybe you attack with Goku first, it really depends on if they have stuff that you don't want them to combo on board, but you get your Goku swing out of the way, you minus everything by 20k, you can play this for 2 out of your 6 to 7 energy that you'll have that turn, and Hitus, he is going to blow up something that used to be up to 35k. And that's cool. And if you don't need him, he's a 10k in hand. And he's probably going to be searchable. So, realistically, I think that this is going to be a card that warrants looking at. I need to see the rest of the cards, and I need to see how this deck shapes up. But if there's enough minus, this guy's going to be absolutely fine. And now we're moving over to New Adventure. And New Adventure is just, it's crazy. It's essentially instant command Maya, except it goes to Daima. And it can also, yeah, not only does it go to Daima, but you don't have to sacrifice anything. It just needs to, you just need to be an awakened leader, and your card needs to have Daima in the name. This can hit your leader, this can hit battle cards. So I'm not sure if we have the draw power to be dropping cards like this from hand, but at the same time, you gotta pay attention to this card. This is not a bad card, and if we do get to a point where you just need to press that damage, this may be the move. I think that Goku is lining up to just be a bunch of uncounterable shots, and we will talk about that as we get into the end of this video. But this is a very good card. I think it's very, very techable, and we should see it. There are definitely going to be some times where you think, okay, well, this double strike ain't nothing. You only got 5 cards in hand, and 2 or 3 of these could be new adventures for an extra 45k on top of the double strike that was already pumped by the leader to now be, what, 45k with another 45k on it, and then the last 2 cards in hand. You just know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So then we have Mini Body. This is the last of the new cards, but Mini Body is just a 1-cost. Just activate main, choose all battle cards in your opponent's battle area in the game minus 5k power for the turn. This is not great, not good in my opinion. I need to see the rest of the cards, but this is a good compound. Like Beerus could maybe use this one regardless. I think normal Daima Goku can use this for a bigger minus. And then this is honestly a card that if we did find space to pack it in, like if Satan City was just too strong and we wanted to use cards like this to get rid of their board, you can also end up using this after Goku 6 is dropped. Goku 6 swings, minus 20k to everything, tap 1, Mini Body, wipe out most of the rest of your field, don't even have to worry about touching it. So I think there are applications, we just kind of have to see them. Now we have the section of the video where we talk about cards that are greatly benefited, and the first thing we do have to talk about is the SR Daima Goku that came out in Ultra Limit Set 4. This guy is still a 2k, or 2-cost, 20k power, 10k combo power that goes up to a 30k when you're awakened, and he's a self-awakener. These 2-drop self-awakeners are going to be very important because you'll be playing them on turn 2, you'll be playing them on turn 3, and then if your opponent has attacked you once, they now have to think about whether or not they want to get their leader swing or not, because if you awaken, Glorio can come down on curve. And on a turn where Glorio comes down on curve, you potentially have the ability, like if you're going second and you're like, attack with my leader, draw a card, pass. They swing into you. Okay, my turn. I'm gonna play Son Goku Mini, take a life, pass. Wow, that kind of sucks. Then swing, yeah, draw, take a life, pass with this. Yeah, okay, that's cool, that's cool. Shoot, should I swing on you again? And if the answer is yes, then you run the risk of being like, okay, next turn, another Son Goku Daima, Pansy, whatever, awaken. Now what I can do is attack you with my leader, and then decide to send the 30k at your face. And while we're at it, let me make Pansy a 30k too and swing that at your face. It's going to be strong. You're able to press through a lot of damage, and then they have that turn, that specific turn, to get rid of Pansy and your Goku. And it may not be hard. A Sinister Sickle will do it right then and there. There are cards that will do it. A Majin Buu will do it. And then, or not Majin Buu, the Final Explosion will do it. However, I had to dig deep for that one. I saw me squinting. However, if they don't remove them, your Glorio can come down, and now they have to contest with a 20k leader, a 20k Pansy, a 30k Goku, or maybe 2 30k Gokus, and then your Glorio coming in at 35 twice. And that is a lot of pressure. And if that doesn't happen, you might not want to play the Glorio. Or you may still. It still may just be the move to pay for, drop them by 5, swing for 20, swing for 35k twice. There are a lot of really, really damaging plays, and you are going to be forever worse off leaving your board up against this deck. Now, speaking of 2-cost Awakeners, this is a Android 18 Mini DA from the starter deck, and this is yet another 2-cost Self-Awakener. It can go up to 30 with the leader effect. On play, add a card from your life to your hand, and then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, gain minus 5k. So you're going to be able to remove you're going to be able to remove weenies. And on top of removing weenies, you're going to also be able to have another one. So already we're looking at potentially 12 2k Daima self-awakener, or 2-cost Daima self-awakeners. And so the consistency is looking kind of good. Like, this is actually about to be kind of wicked. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, this is strong. So yeah, we're really kind of getting into it there. Moving over, this card, a lot of people have been asking about it. Just as a reminder, this is going to be a card given out in the Ultimate Battles that are going to have the Majin Buu for top 8 and the 8-drop Broly for first place. This is a 3-cost, 20k, 10k power, so once again it gets up that magical 30k with the leader effect. On play, if your leader has DA in its card name, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and it gets minus 15k power for the battle. This is actually pretty cool because there are going to be some awesome plays where, you know, you 5 energy, and if you really want to spread a little wider while getting rid of something focused, you can play this Vegeta, minus something by 15k, play Hobbies, and then blow it up if it was 30k or less, and then you can use your leader effect on Hobbies, and then you have a 20, a 20, and a 20 just chip away at your opponent's hand. There's a lot of cool things you can do. It's also a 10k, so it's never going to be dead in hand. There's a lot going for this deck. And now another card, that card hasn't come out yet, but I just want to remind people of it. But another card that we're going to have to go back to, before, even in Daima Goku, when I'm running a Double Striker, I'm running the OG Starter Deck Double Striker. But now because of this leader's effect, we finally do have to look at the Starter Deck Double Striker in a new light. He's a 5-cost, 35k power, Double Striker, and then when attacking, not when he's played, but when attacking, he's going to pick something with 20k and destroy it. This guy is going to be a straight menace in a lot of decks, or a lot of builds for this deck. He's also going to be able to go up to 45k just with the leader effect, so just a little more oomph, bang for your buck. And the cool thing here is that there's going to be a lot of cards you can play outside of him. When you play this guy, you can play the Vegeta minus something from 35 to 20 and then pop it with this on swing while you press double strike. If you play this card and you play your secret rare Goku, you're going to be able to blow up something that was up at 45 just for playing on curve. Or let's say, you know, you play this, or you play the secret rare, and then on the next turn you charge to 7, play this card, and you still have 2 energy up, but you're still blowing up something incredibly large. So I think that this is just a very, very, very good card, but we do need to look at it in a completely different light now that this is where it is. Yeah, this just revolutionized. Anything with DA in its name needs to be looked at again. Of course, the cantrip is also where we need to be as well. Before it was like 4 Piccolo for the Kefla. I do think this build is probably going to be too Daima-centric to be running Kefla like that. Who knows though? We shall see. And when it comes to this, you can always just play 4 of these now. They can be bumped up, and you have the ability to do lots of stuff. Like, shotgun potential is stronger than it ever was before. You could play Sun Goten DA, draw a card, swing with your leader, draw a card. Okay, cool. We got a card in their hand, maybe combo 10 if you want to. And then we could play Sun Goten Mini, draw a card, pansy, you know, give this guy another 15k. Like, you got these weird shots you could take. Give this guy another 15k, use the leader effect, boost him another 10k. He is now 30. Swing, combo with all your pansies and whatever else in your hand. You have some good shotgun potential right here. And it all comes from having the Daima category. So I think that's pretty tight. And then we have to get to Old Faithful, Old Reliable, which is Son Goku, the SCR. I don't think I really need to explain this. He's just Red's good top end now. The game doesn't get completely out of hand when the game goes too long against, or when you're playing as Red anymore. You have a really good 6-drop. He protects you. He gets rid of board. He helps you keep the board down. He turns your leader swing into potentially an auto kill on most baddies. And yeah, if you have a field around him, their field is about to get obliterated. So yeah, this is shaping up to be a pretty powerful deck, if I'm not mistaken. So overall, I think that we are looking at a very, 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 very strong Red deck. I think that Daima Goku has started to sway me from wanting to play the starter deck, even though the Daima event Goku just looks so good. But I think we finally are past a point where we can even have doubts. There is going to be a lot of forward pressure that this new Goku can put through, and I think it's worth every little bit of it to explore and figure out how we can maximize the destructive potential of this deck. We are not going to have a, like, it's going to shy away from almost a mid-range deck to more of a aggressive tempo again, and I dig that because that is my comfortable play style as a Dragon Ball Master / Fusion World card game player. I think there's going to be a lot of cool things here. I think that we just need to see a top 5 searcher or a top 4 searcher, and we're going to be rolling in the money. And we better get it because, like, they are giving hecka support to Baby, and it's not even his set anymore. Like, just give Daima the stuff it needs for this set, and I can be happy. Also, for you guys wondering about this so-called yellow Vegeta starter deck, I think if you know, you know. If you just saw the latest episode of Dragon Ball Daima, I think we all know what the backside and the SR is about to be for that starter deck. Like, I'm just saying. But yeah, Daima is really, really exciting. I cannot wait to see what we're going to get next. There's so many characters that are coming that we can start getting the cards for, the Tamagamis, the Vegetas, the Gokus, the Glorios, and it's only going to continue because we're not even at like the climax of this series. But enough about gushing about actual Daima. I think when it comes to this deck, if you're a red player, you're going to be happy. You may not be happy that you're playing Daima Goku, but you should be happy at the general output of what this deck is going to do. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I think that, like, between Vegeta and Daima Goku, I think we're looking to be at a great start to this set. We still need to see what yellow Vegeta does. I believe he's coming out around or a little after this set. I think we still need to see what what the rest of Gogeta does because he doesn't impress me yet. Janemba will probably be the next one. I wanted to wait a little bit more for Goku because Goku is right here. Green Goku is right here until I feel like let's go on a video. But let me know in the comments whether you want me to try to touch on Janemba or to go off what we know of Goku. And I'll leave it up to you guys. Whatever I see more in the comments, I'll do more. So thank you guys for watching. Love you guys much. Let me know if you would love to, actually don't even let me know, just go and do it. If you love to support what I do here, please go over and just give some subscriptions and maybe some watches to my content on Universe X. Once I get that second channel monetized, it'll be a lot easier to do what I do on both channels, and it would just be a lot less stress. So that would be much appreciated. All right, guys, stay safe. We got the new year in just 2 days. I will be coming out with more content in the meantime, and I will see you in the next videos. Later.